Hey everybody, what's going on? So yeah, it's been a while since I've given an update and I am in much need of giving that update. Things have been pretty lame the past couple weeks, a couple unexpected negative turns. So yeah, it's not only cool for me to update you guys, but also it'll feel good just to talk about this stuff since I've been pretty isolated and am in a less than ideal situation than I had originally planned on. So yeah, let's get right into it. So I decided to come back home for Christmas to not only spend time with my family, but also see my best friend and his wife and their newborn child, who I have not met yet. And so I was really looking forward to that. I got home, let's say, like 5 days before Christmas, and immediately when I landed, I felt sick. And I had had an ear infection, swimmer's ear, because I was doing a bunch of surfing before I came home, and I'm a little prone to like swimmer's ear type stuff, so that combined with the flights just really set me off. And I figured, since I didn't sleep much that night, oh well, logically it makes sense that I don't feel great. I got a fraction of a night's sleep. My flight was at like 3:30 in the morning, then had a layover, so yeah, I got like 2 hours sleep and it was sitting up right on a freaking plane. So I'm like, okay, I'll get a good night's sleep tonight. I'll be back at it. Woke up the next day feeling terrible, couldn't hear out of my ear, head cold, feeling like shit, but just thinking to myself, this can't be. I just need another good night's sleep. Oh, I need a good workout. I need to, this and that. And then I tend to think that, I'm invincible like that, and then I get carried away. So I woke up the next day feeling absolutely awful, and this was the day I was supposed to meet my friend and meet the baby. And I had to keep it real with him, like, dude, I'm sick, you know. And I know they're, obviously looking out, the priority is the baby, and they don't want no sick fools around the baby. So yeah, I had to keep it real with him. Broke my heart a little bit. And then later that day, because it had been X number of days with the ear not getting better, I read, okay, go to the freaking doctor, get it checked out. So yeah, did that. And then, they're like, oh, we want to test you for COVID and the flu. Oh, okay, great. Because I'm just thinking I got this terrible ear infection that led to a cold. I got fucking COVID and this bullshit ear situation that I had to take antibiotics for, whatever. So I wake up Christmas Eve, and this is like 5 days since the first symptoms. So I'm like, okay, I guess, they say 5 days, so let's try to boost those energy levels, and let's go move around a little bit. So I went into the basement. Not gonna work out formally, just do a little stretch and just move around a little bit, get ready for a big day. I've been cooped up in my room for the past few days, so I want my energy levels to be decent. I'm feeling better, but physically felt whack, obviously. um so I went to just do some simple stretches, and the way that I compressed my stomach, and I guess I was super fucking dehydrated, I got a terrible cramp that literally like locked up my the middle. If you think of it like a six pack, it's the middle ab on the right side that just fucking tightened up to the extreme, and like it was all isolated there, and it was like popping out of my fucking stomach like from Alien vs Predator type shit, wanting to burst out. All jokes aside, it was fucking terrible. I was scared as shit. It lasted for like 5-10 minutes, just fucking like this fucking fist coming out of me. And that, you know, since then, and that was like 10 days, no, it was Christmas Eve, so however many fucking days Christmas Eve was ago, like, I guess maybe 10 days, I don't know, today's the 3rd, 8 days, I don't know, um, do the math, but, yeah, so I haven't been able to exercise or do any type of activity other than go for walks, and you know, my situation was, I'm traveling, and, you know, let's just kind of back up because I don't think I've explained all this before. So I finished my job in October. I had been living at home for the past year and a half. So I did 1.5 years of work, living at home with my parents, saving up that dough, grinding, and just staying super focused, not going out, kicking my exercises and workouts up to the next level, taking my diet to the next level, doing a lot of things that will help toughen the mind and make me more resilient to stress and all that. So, been working hard on myself and preparing for the next step in life. But you know, the kid had that travel bug a little bit, so I said, "Hey, you know, good timing. Let's travel a little bit. October, November. I've earned it. I've been saving up dough. I'm the cheap travel master." So went over to Europe for a couple weeks, went to ADE, crossed that off the bucket list, and went to Austria and stayed with a good friend there and had a really cool traditional experience. Did some hiking in the Alps, stayed at a cottage in the freaking mountains. So really cool, different type of trip. Wasn't out there blowing money, you know, just playing it smart and having a good experience. Came back home, chilled for a couple weeks. Then I went to Nicaragua because I had been wanting to do a totally different type of trip like that. So I did 3 weeks there, and that was awesome. So you know, got that itch scratched a little bit, that travel bug, and am now looking towards the next chapter, which is moving somewhere in the United States that's very different from where I currently live in suburban New Jersey, where I grew up. And I got some really interesting options out there. I mean, there's a lot of cool places in the United States, and I'm super open-minded. I went to Arizona a few months ago. I loved it out there. I'm thinking of Montana too. There's a couple cool places in Montana. I like Missoula, for example. Stayed in Montana before, drove through a couple times. Just love the scenery out there. It's just truly so beautiful, and I like less mainstream places. So I'm not like, oh, I want to go move to New York City or I want to go live in Los Angeles. Like, no, I'm not into that. So yeah, quirky places like that. So a lot of options, but you know, the plan was come home, holidays with the family, meet the baby, meet the parents, and then really get cracking on the next step. And a big thing that keeps me going in life is exercise, and not being able to do that and feeling like I'm kind of, oh man, I'm fucking trapped a little bit. I'm back, you know, I didn't want to be back home, but it was just convenient, and it's a great launching pad. So it's very challenging at the moment to not have exercise to keep me going on a daily basis. So, you know, mind's been wandering, been finding myself scrolling a lot, being lazy. So yeah, it's kind of a weird transition period, and literally the second I landed, I felt like fucking shit. So it's just felt so weird. When I was in Nicaragua, I felt great. And then just immediately sick as shit. The injury, still haven't been able to work out. So it's just a weird spot, to be honest. And I'm just trying to get my mind back to where it was. Yeah. So that's kind of the rundown. I know the last video I was talking about UFC 296 leading up to that. The event was all right. The main event really was a fucking massive letdown. Let's just be honest. It was trash. But either way, bad UFC fights are better than no UFC at all, and that's what we're all going through right now. We got like 4 weekends off. It's the worst time of the year between like mid-December and mid-January where the UFC takes that break. And all of us fans we're missing that. And that is normally the thing I look forward to. So actually I don't watch TV at all. The only thing that I watch is UFC Saturday nights. And that's my entertainment TV fix. And not having that, not working out, I'm like, oh God, what is there to live for? Am I right? So, you know. So, yeah, looking forward to the next fights coming up Jan 13th. That cannot come soon enough. And by then I should be back on the horse, exercising and stuff. My abs been feeling better every day. I'm not in pain, but it just is a little tender. And yeah, so I guess that was like a muscle strain because it was in that fucking cramped position for so long. It's been tender and sore, and I'm just a little worried and really trying not to get injured and have something set me back because I genuinely can't afford that right now. I'm really looking to pick myself up and start life. A big thing is I've felt like I haven't been participating in life for a while, and I guess I'm a little scared about that. But I'm also very excited about the idea of just being a part of society more, socializing. I haven't really done much socializing. I mean, when I travel, it's great practice, and I have great experiences. Always like getting in conversations with people from different cultures, different countries, and all that. So that's been great to do that recently, get a taste of what it's like to be out in the world again. But I'm very much so looking to be part of American society in some way, other than just working and coming home and seeing the one or two old friends that are still around here and there. So I'm really looking to like hit the ground running and just see what it's like being independent out there. It's been a while for me, and it's been a long time doing it as an individual. I was in a relationship for like 5 years. That came to an end early, like June 2023. It's been very challenging. Moving on past that, and just kind of accepting things, and just been trying to be accountable for everything and really grow in the meantime and better myself and reflect and so yeah, overall that's gonna be great to just see how the world accepts me. I'm always fascinated about that. I've had great experiences in the past. Most of them were traveling overseas because I spent like 3 years doing that. But I'm very intrigued to see how the next society, community, environment accepts me, and how I like that, whatever that location is. So yeah, a couple options. Um, like I said, Arizona is cool. The Phoenix Scottsdale area is a really cool area. Lots of young people, lots of healthy people, lots of active people, lots of outdoor recreation activities, some good free hikes, some free camping, some lakes, some rivers. It's not just pure desert out there. There's a lot of cool things to do. Good nightlife. Um, awesome gyms. I'm really into mixed martial arts, and that is a big plan of mine. The next location, I will be training as often as possible, and just leveling up physically. So Arizona is a great place for all that. It's not too expensive, surprisingly. Um, Whether you want to, so my goal is renting at the moment, and I'd love to, just get a good affordable bedroom, share a place with people. I think that'll be another cool way to meet people. Get some cool roommates, some randos, um, and save a little money. But honestly, if you have a decent amount of money and a decent job, the apartments out there are priced really well, and there's so many incredible complexes with the pools, the gyms, the whatevers, So really awesome complexes out there. Arizona is a cool place, um, and that area in particular is really cool. So if you haven't been out there, go check it out. It's really nice. And I went peak summer. I was there mid-August, and it was hot as a motherfucker. And my mentality was like, I know everyone's complaining about this heat, but if I go out there despite the heat and love it, then that says a lot. And it was hot as a motherfucker, like 110, but honestly, I didn't mind it, and it felt good just being outside, working out, sweating. Um, it was great, honestly. So Arizona's awesome. And Montana, I've been just like low-key fantasizing for a while since the first time I rode through there, back in 2021. I was like, holy shit, it's so fucking beautiful. Stayed in Bozeman, stayed in Butte, rode through Missoula, West Yellowstone even. And I was like, wow, like just when you're going down that highway, a parallel with the river, winding, going through the passes, it just hits different out there. And it was so fucking beautiful in the summer. And I was just like, wow, Montana, people are sleeping on Montana. But the towns are good, and the idea of Missoula, they got the university. Seems like a good amount of young people. Outdoor opportunity wise, there's so much to do out there. But it's also like that semi-bustling, busy town. Some fun urban opportunities, like good places to eat. There's jobs. There's freaking, I guess, a nightlife. I'm sure there's some like, mountainy bars and clubs type situations. But I feel like, there's more of like, maybe there's more outcasts there. Maybe there's more fringers in Montana. Maybe a less mainstream crowd. So that entices me. That seems very interesting. So, yeah, and I just feel like, just a little slower, a little different way of life up there. I'm just really intrigued, to be honest. Yeah. So, that's that. In the meantime, I'm really just trying to figure that, just get back to the level of health that I was at a few weeks ago. It feels like it's been forever. It's been so weird not exercising like I do every day and moving and pushing myself to the next level. Um, so I'm nervous, but I know I'm close. So, and that will help my mind feel better and help, boost my confidence a bit. Um, so yeah, my goal is February 1st, to be living elsewhere, to be starting a new journey. I hope to be back in the gym in the next week, taking things light, and then, hopefully full force by the end of the month. Um, since physicality and exercise is a massive part of my identity and my life, I want to be at 100% when I enter the new location. But is that an issue I've had where I feel like things need to be at 100%? The recipe needs to be perfect. And I learn in life, I hear other people and whatnot. It doesn't. You just gotta go, and things will get better. But action is most important. So as long as I'm at a good level, I can't keep holding myself back. I can't keep waiting. And that's extremely challenging to manage that way of thinking. To keep wanting things to be perfect, and then recognizing that, hey, things ain't always gonna be perfect. If you keep waiting for things to be perfect, you might keep waiting forever. So that's something I've learned, something successful people talk about, and I respect that, and I believe that because I felt it in my own life. I've had a lot of I feel a lot of pain from not taking action. So they're 100% right. So I'm looking forward to tackling that way of thinking, and hopefully seeing good results from that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go take a walk now. I think just talking about this has been helpful. Makes me feel a little better. Looking forward to getting out of this room, and yeah, go get some steps in. Maybe listen to a podcast. Just stop staring at my phone. My eyes are killing me. Um, so yeah, thanks to whoever listens to this, and hopefully, maybe you get something out of this. I know I did just by talking about it, but maybe you're in a similar spot. If you are, hit me up, leave a comment. Um, and we can connect on a different social media platform, slide in the DMs and chat about life, help boost each other's spirits. Um, yeah, so, good luck with everyone out there who's dealing with things and hoping to take their life to the next level, and who, has maybe been struggling, find a way to do that. Let's go. Let's do it. We're really in this together, and I look forward to seeing what this new year is going to bring all of us. So, yeah, good stuff, guys. Talk to you soon.